Well, I think the biggest impact would be the message that we'll be able to give to the audience in Davos. The Philippines ended 2012 with very good credentials as far as the economic performance of the country is concerned, as far as our campaign on good governance is concerned. So this is basically the message that I think the President will be able to present to the attendees in Davos. There are over 1,600 CEOs who will be attending Davos, the World Economic Forum. And I think the message would certainly be that the Philippines is back in business, that the Philippines is very strong economic fundamentals, that basically is we're ready to do business with any country in the world. Maganda ang tingin nila sa ating bansa dahil sa panunungkulan ng ating Pangulo. I think in the last 2.5 years, we have made certainly a lot of inroads as far as transparency and good governance is concerned. Last year was a historic monument when we during the impeachment of the former Chief Justice. And of course, we have always said that good governance and transparency will be the main pillar as far as socioeconomic development of the country is concerned. And this is certainly taking fruit now. The third quarter, I think we've had 7.1% economic growth. And I think we'll be ending up for the whole 2012 with a higher than expected economic growth. And this is basically, I think, a very good message that we'll be able to say during the anti-corruption seminar, that because of the President's strong policy in favor of good governance, we are able to push forward the economic agenda of the country. The theme is resilient dynamism. We saw in 2012 that there are a number of problems all over the world. There's the Euro crisis, there's the conflict in Syria. The thrust or the theme of the World Economic Forum this year would be how leaders of the world are able to surmount the challenges that are confronting them right now, and how to use them as opportunities in order to lead their countries out of recession, out of the economic difficulties that they are finding themselves in right now.
Only there.
But you can upload.
Opo, at saka yung
As we all know, ASEAN is the cornerstone of our foreign policy. It is the cornerstone also of the economic diversity of the Philippines. We always said that the economic vibrance of the Philippines also is part of its membership in ASEAN. And so the message that we're going to state in the ASEAN plenary session would be basically that we as a group are more dynamic than just one single country, as opposed to 10 countries in ASEAN. And of course, ASEAN is recognized all over the world now as an organization to deal with, and in Southeast Asia, ASEAN is certainly the lead, and this is the message that we're going to state before the ASEAN plenary session. Generally, helping out. Mabuti nga naimbitahan tayo rito because, as you mentioned, PPP is one of our major projects right now of the administration. And I think this will have a good resonance since the PPP program now is picking up back home. We have approved several projects last year. And the President will be given the special privilege to address this session on PPP and infrastructure. So he'll be able to give the Philippine experience to the attendees in the World Economic Forum of how the Philippines is using the PPP in order to improve the infrastructure development in the country. Last year, we celebrated 150 years of official relations with Switzerland. We celebrated actually 150 years when Switzerland opened its first consulate in Asia in 1862. Since then, we've had very good relations with the country. Politically, economically, there are over 60 Swiss companies doing business in the Philippines, employing more than 12,000 Filipinos. Socioculturally, there are about more or less 10,000 Filipinos and Swiss Filipinos in Switzerland holding dual citizenships. The main wave of Filipinos who came to Switzerland was in the 70s when Filipino nurses were still able to come in. And so there are now, the majority are nurses, some of them are au pairs, some of them are working in Swiss multinationals, some of them, like in Geneva, they are working as international civil servants, working for various international organizations. Actually po, they look forward to meeting the president. Sabi nila sa akin, this is the first time daw that a Philippine president visiting Switzerland in so many years ay makikipagtagpo sa membro ng Filipino community. Maraming Pilipino na po ang gustong umattend ng Filipino community meeting, and they really look forward to being able to hear and see the president firsthand and personally. So, maganda po ang reception ng pagtanggap ng balita na makikipagtagpo ang ating Pangulo sa mga Filipino community members dito sa Switzerland. Well, I think it should be a good opportunity naman for the President to brief them on the strong economic fundamentals that we had in the last 2.5 years. Most of the CEOs, or at least some of those that I saw in the list, are already present in the Philippines. Some of the CEOs or some of the companies that they represent are planning expansion of their presence in the Philippines. So the message, I think, would be that the government is there to help them expand. We're expanding the economic space also through the good governance policy of the president. And as I said, we're open for business, and this is basically the message that we will put forward to this roundtable with the CEOs.
So are the CEOs are Swiss-based or Swiss nationals who's having a business in the Philippines?
Not all. Yung iba naman manggagaling din sa ibang bansa. So it will be basically a good selection of the 1,600 CEOs who are present in Davos, and some of the CEOs who we might think have keen interest to go to the Philippines or to expand their operations in the Philippines. Well, for the WEF activity, basically the message is that through good governance and transparency, we're able to achieve the economic development, the economic growth that we are experiencing right now. And I think this will continue because of the keen interest and the very strong objective of the president to be able to deliver the inclusive growth that he promised when he was elected. With the Filipino community, I think we're all very proud that the president is coming to Switzerland. We're very proud that he has a very strong message to give to the international community. Ang lagi ko pong sinasabi sa mga Pilipino rito, kung sama-sama, kayang-kaya. I think kung sama-sama tayo, lahat ng Pilipino sa Pilipinas din, makakayanan nating maabot ang anumang gustong gawin natin para sa bansa natin at para sa ating mga mamamayan.